in terms of me personally, it's very personal. First of all, I've been racially profiled in my life. I've had to teach my son how to treat with the police, and he is actually a veteran. And I think it's time that we stop this process. And it's not a coincidence that we've had a racist in the White House for the past few years, where people have been emboldened to do things even more. A lot of the things that we were doing, some of it started in the Bush administration, and it also went through the Obama administration, where they were going after police brutality. These kinds of issues have been dismantled. A lot of the racial tensions have been brought up because it starts right at the top of the White House. So the thing about this time that's different is, I think the public understands that we're at such a low because of our leadership. First of all, through the pandemic, it has been an absolute disaster the way that's been handled. There's been no leadership at the national level. So therefore, the White House has created this situation where we lead the world in deaths and cases simply because of the lack of leadership and caring from the White House. So that starts the frustration. And then we continue to have murders, senseless murders. And this isn't just a death, it's a murder. And they're senseless. And 3 people were actually physically touching someone that was killed. So it's over. And I think that what really surprises and excites me is that this time it's not going to be like last time. Before, we had a situation where they were able to pivot and focus on the violence, and it just fizzled away. This time it's not. I love the fact that the violence is becoming peaceful, continue to be peaceful. But what's happening is that you can see in communities where the police are moving towards the peaceful protests instead of everyone else trying to break it up. What the president did yesterday was absolutely reprehensible, and it's never been done in the history of our country. I was shocked and dismayed that this person stood up at a podium and threatened the United States citizens. It is just unprecedented. And so what you have to do is stay vigilant in the fact that you see police chiefs and people in their communities all over the country kneeling with protesters, walking with protesters. So that's where the focus should be, and not some fake, phony Antifa thing where white nationalists are posing as them to change the subject. This is about what's right. It's great to see that these protests are multiracial, multicultural, all ages. So it's Americans that understand that this problem has to stop and racism has to stop. It's going to take time, but that's what I'm excited about, because I really believe we're going to get on the other side of the violence and continue to protest and clean house of this White House, of the Senate, and so that we can get some things done in this country. That's the reality. I mean, I can't even imagine in my lifetime that we would have such vitriol, anger, selfishness, childness in a White House that's leading a country and embarrassing this country for the whole world, because they see it. When I travel the world, they're embarrassed for us that we have someone leading our country of that nature. So I'm frustrated, but I'm heartened, because I think that we might have gotten to a point where, we're going to have to stop this. And I see the police and them moving towards the protesters in a way that's never been happened. That's never been done.